A question, and then you didn't let me answer about whether or not I'd be happy standing in a queue for a roadblock, or if I'd be cross about that. Well, let me tell you, I'd be cross if I had something to hide. But if I didn't have something to hide, then I'd be very happy to stop at the roadblock. You know, that's how people think. You know that, where it's like, oh my goodness me, this is very inconvenient, and you start sweating there thinking, oh, they're going to pull me over and I'm in trouble. Well, good. If you're in trouble and you've done something wrong, go for it. So there's my answer for you.
Thank you very much for that answer, Leanne. And I think by and large, South Africans do understand the need for roadblocks, such as this one that's happening today. I did mention that it is one of 7 happening countrywide simultaneously as we speak. I've got a motorist here next to me who's one of the people who were pulled over. Nothing suspicious in his vehicle, but he was very happy and he obliged the traffic officials. It's Miss Ierse Erasmus. Goeiemôre, baie dankie.
Baie dankie. Baie dankie vir jou vriendelikheid. Dit help al.
Hoe gaan dit?
Dit gaan op die oomblik nou nie so goed nie. Ek sou graag op pad wil wees, maar ek aanvaar dis noodsaaklik, ja.
My Afrikaans leaves much to be desired, but I will attempt. I know that you are traveling with your wife and your grandchildren. You're going back home to spend the festive season together. Are you feeling a little bit safer now that you see that the law enforcement officials are out in their numbers?
Ja, ek dink dit is noodsaaklik. As dit nie daarvoor was nie, het ek nie geweet my goed is verkeerd nie. Nou besef ek dat iets het verkeerd geloop tussen die nommerplaat en die lisensieskyfie, en ek sal dit met vinnig regmaak, ja. Ek besef ek gaan 'n fine kry, but that's okay.
Hoeveel?
I don't know. Perhaps I have to borrow or lend money from you.
But one thing is very important, that you mustn't offer any official cold drink. Hey, you know, cold drink is the term there for that bribe. So if they're offering you a fine, rather take it and know that, you know what, you deserve it. You know, you, as you mentioned, there are some things you forgot, you know, to look at. So no bribes.
As long as I don't have to pay the fine here and at home because I don't have enough money, I think so. But no, I want to. I'm guilty and I want to pay the fine. Yes, that's no problem. That's gehoorsaam aan die wet. What do you call it in English?
I'm also lost. Is it give and take? No.
No. You know, to obey the law.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's very important to obey the law. Leanne and I were talking about this a little bit earlier. Small things like, you know, when you're driving and you're on your cell phone, you're texting. It might not seem serious, but you look down on that phone 10 seconds and something can happen. So also making sure that you are friendly on the road and you don't have road rage. It's those small things that make sure that, you know, it can either make sure that you have a happy ending or a not so happy ending.
You see, especially when you have some people with you, as my grandchild, I want to road safe, you know, I don't want to take chances. It's very important for me to bring them safe home, yes.
I love it. Thank you so very much, baie dankie. And I think what you said is so important, to be mindful of your passengers, because what you do as a motorist can not only affect the passengers in your vehicle, but in other cars as well. There's nothing worse than you doing something wrong and another person paying with their lives. Leanne, we'll have to leave it there for now. My Afrikaans, I must go and brush up on it. Thank you so very much for having joined us. It's back to you in studio. Bye.
All right, thank you very much, Ayanda, and have a good and safe weekend as well. You take care of yourselves as well as everybody else, because I do know that today is a big day where a lot of people are going on holiday and you're driving to your various destinations. Get there safely. That's what's really important. Have a good one. As you heard the minister saying, I mean, everything closing at this point, from schools to factory. This is the major holiday season here in South Africa. And to hear the figures and the numbers of people that actually die, when I posed that question to the minister, asking her, do you have accurate figures? Well, obviously she didn't have an accurate figure, but you know, last year in excess of 14,000 people died on our roads, and that's unacceptable. And she said, you know, you can actually escalate that, because a lot of the time you'll find that people, those are the people that die on the scene, but the people are rushed to hospital and they may spend a couple of days in hospital and then they die later. Not to mention those that have been, you know, put into wheelchairs for life, or whatever damage may have been caused to them. So please take it easy. Have a wonderful, wonderful holiday. I, however, will be back with you next week, keeping those of us still company. So please do tune in.